While India pushes for the largest vaccination drive in the world, there is an attempt or a conspiracy really on the basis of fear and rumors that is beginning to derail perhaps the only shield that we have against coronavirus, that is the vaccination. Times Now's Rakesh Trivedi traveled to tribal areas of Maharashtra where he unearthed how there is this conspiracy of rumors to actually lead people into fearing that vaccines will lead to their death and their bodies will not be returned to their families. Rakesh went on ground and spoke to several of these villagers in tribal areas and perhaps uncovered also why the tribal deaths and cases could perhaps be undercounted at the moment.
आपल्याला सांगतील की आपल्याला कोरोना आहे.
हां तर तेच मग तिला काय काय ठिकाणी माणसं गेली ना तर तिला वाटते काय दवाखान्यात गेल्यावर काय होते म्हणजे काहीतरी ते डॉक्टराला द्यायचं असं तसं म्हणजे नाही तो कोरोना नाही व्हा तरी पण ते कोरोना काढते तसा कोरोना इंजेक्शन देते तसे माणसं बरेच गेले कोठे कोठेचे पण आता त्या आजारात गेले काय दुसऱ्या आजारात गेले काय माहिती नाही पडली ते पण ते इंजेक्शन गेलं जे दवाखान्यात गेलं ते परत जिवंत आलं नाही सांगते तर मग लोक घाबरते.
आणि असं पण आहे की म्हणजे या आजारात ज्यांचं मृत्यू होतं त्यांना म्हणजे घरी पण पाठवत नाही तिकडेच बाहेर
ते बाहेरच करते ते काय
त्यामुळे पण भीती वाटतात
असं ते काय करते बॉक्स असते ना त्याच्यामध्ये ते टाकते त्यात टाकलं काय घरी नाही देते तिकडंच बाहेरच तिकडे नेऊन टाका काय काय हे आपल्याला हे दोन हे टाकायचं ना ते टाकायचं.
अच्छा
हां हे गरम करायचं
ह्याच्याने काय होतं ताप बघा होतं की खोका
ताप निघून जाते आणि काय सर्दी डोका दुखते काय करते ना ते जाते हे दोन टाकायचं.
अच्छा गरम पाणीमध्ये
गरम पाणी करायचं ना आंघोळी करायची आणि हे काय करायचं जास्ती ते तापस हे असेल ना काहीतरी माय हे कुटायचे आणि ह्याच्या काय करायचं तो पाण्यामध्ये टाकायचं ना लस तो रस बनवायचा रस बनवला का मग पियाचा तो.
आणि लसचा काय आता सध्या परिस्थिती आहे लस घेतायत का नाही म्हणजे कशासाठी
आता घेता काय मी तर नाही घेत पण ते पोरं घेतील मी नाही घेत.
म्हणजे काय आपल्याला काय वाटतं आपण का नाही घेत आहे
काय बरे असून मग कसं तरी घसा आता रोग असता जे पण असते ठाकून असलं त्याच्यात रोग असं आम्हाला नाही.
Unfortunately, these baseless rumors have meant that even vaccination centers are lying vacant. Times Now's Rakesh Trivedi, in fact, went to several of these vaccination centers, spoke to doctors who admit that they also fear that perhaps the cases could be underreported.
To ask you about the rumor that you even must have heard. What is the rumor exactly is all about the vaccine in the nearby locality?
The rumor that people get ill, the death mortality increases by giving the vaccine because there are some side effects of the vaccine. Like for first 2 days we get weakness and fever. So people are scared. Data. Actually, we also don't have proper data of the COVID deaths because unknowingly they just cremate it. And there is no quarantine and all. RT-PCR, though it's not done only here. Here for screening purpose, there is rapid antigen test, and that's also have the less accuracy, no.
So people don't even come for the rapid antigen test also, and they prefer being treated at home.
Yeah, they prefer that only because they are scared of us. They are scared of doctors. They are scared of PHC. They are like, कुछ तो हो जाएगा, काहीतरी असणार, काहीतरी जंतू ते लोक टाकणार असं.
Now, some activists have traveled hamlet to hamlet dispelling fears and rumors about vaccines. But until the time that the government steps in, it perhaps could be too little, too late.
This is historically the situation for Adivasi areas, that the health system, the tribal areas have always faced neglect. And what we are seeing in the COVID times is a continuation of this historical reality, that you will have a health system which is partly functional in the tribal area. And you will have PHCs, you will have doctors, you'll have one doctor instead of two doctors. And you would have some medicines available, some medicines not available. That's always been the case. And now here you have an isolation center. You have an isolation center, so there is on record there are beds. But if with the bed you do not have oxygen in COVID, that doesn't really make much sense. And so the whole talk about ICU beds and ventilator beds is something which we hardly talk about at all.
And Times now went on ground to the hospitals in Palghar as well. In fact, as per the official data, there are only 150 ward beds that are available in the entire taluk. Also, there's not even a single ICU bed or a ventilator that is available. This really goes to show how tribals have been abandoned in the wake of the pandemic.
I am outside the only healthcare facility available for the people of Talasri Taluka in Palghar district. This is an isolation center having arrangement of 150 beds. These are isolation beds, but there are no oxygen beds, no ICUs and no ventilators in the entire Taluka of Talasri in Palghar district. So this is the only arrangement for this Taluka. As far as some other tribal areas are concerned, administration has made provision for oxygen beds, but there are no ICUs and ventilators for the other talukas as well. That includes Mokhada, Jawar and Wada. However, the Palghar, Dahanu and Vasai talukas of this district are still given some consideration as far as these medical facilities are concerned. So this is the apathy of tribal area in Maharashtra, where a lot of talukas are completely ignored as far as the medical or healthcare facilities are concerned, because there are no oxygen beds, no ICUs, no ventilators. Only they have is some isolation beds.
You're watching the News Hour Special Edition, Debate Number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us live with us is Brian Lobo. He's an activist of the Kashtakari Sangathan. Joining us live, Kishore Tiwari is a political analyst who's joining us. Of course, he leans towards the Mahavikas Aghadi. And Mr. Tiwari, let me begin by asking you, sir, what a shocking story. What a shocking story of apathy and neglect. Here we are talking about tribals. There is, a mass rumor that is being spread over there. People are afraid to go to the vaccination centers which are lying empty. What is the government doing to dispel these rumors and to ensure that there are adequate healthcare facilities in areas where the tribals are located in the first place? An entire district without a taluk, I beg your pardon, without a single ICU bed or a ventilator.
Madhav, first I should admit the apathy of the government toward the tribal. I am not denying anything. That reporter has reported is really shocking, and we have to take it very seriously, Madhav. I am a tribal activist and living in a tribal area of Yavatmal. I am also getting the same report that there is a very lowest rate of vaccination. Secondly, there are uncounted deaths also. So, one is the ignorance, other is the government apathy towards the tribal. I will take this report to my chief minister, and on the word of the report itself, I should admit that innocent people are dying due to the lack of the medical facilities. We have to relook into everything. This is the scenario. But when I visited Amravati, Melghat area, we have an oxygenated bed there. But Palghar, because I am from Vidarbha, but situation is not good. That is the truth.
Okay.
Tribals being ignored.
Well, Kishore Tiwari, this is one of those rare moments where even you are not able to defend the Mahavikas Aghadi. You have been very outspoken in defending them in the past, but clearly the images that we are seeing, the reports that we are seeing are so shocking. Sanju Verma, spokesperson of the BJP, also joining us, but I want to quickly get in a word from Brian Lobo, who has been working on ground in these areas. Brian, activists like yourself have been working, trying to spread awareness, but the question is, when will the government wake up? Because until the government intervenes on a mass scale, the kind of problem that we are looking at of this reluctance, of fears, of rumors, all of this will only continue.
Madhav, this is the situation of Madhya Pradesh also.
Should I speak?
Mr. Tiwari, please let others come in. That question is for Brian Lobo. Yes. Go ahead, Mr. Lobo.
Yes. Yes, what you are saying is absolutely correct. That the fears regarding vaccination have to be dispelled by the government itself, because otherwise people are not going to take the vaccine. But the problem is that the health system, the government health system, is so removed from people, not only just now, but for so long. The apathy which one talks about, the neglect which is there, has been there for generations. And therefore, actually going down to people and getting the faith build up with people is going to be very difficult. But there's no option. The government has to do that. The government officers on one hand and the political representatives on the other have to come out in the open. They have to make statements that, yes, I have taken the vaccine. I am not dying, because the rumor is that if you take the vaccine, then you may die. So I have taken the vaccine. I am not dying. Posters should come out and WhatsApp and all over the place of every Sarpanch, every Panchayat Samiti member, every MLA, every MP in the tribal area must make a statement, come out with a photograph,
Right.
and with a statement below that saying, I have taken the vaccine, I am not dead. I mean, it's as simple as that.
All right, this
Yes.
is very, very important, but the messaging is very important. It doesn't matter how it is done. This is a valuable suggestion, of course, that you're making here, Mr. Lobo. But I want to bring in Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, from vaccine hesitancy to a few days ago, we saw reports of people driving, hundreds of kilometers away from big cities in luxury cars, and in fact taking the, the government vaccines in various states. These reports have come. From there to now looking at this shocking situation where you have vaccines available, but you have a section of people who are misguided by these rumors, by antisocial elements perhaps. And what is the government doing to dispel these rumors?
Madhav, first and foremost, thanks to Times Now for putting out this story, because I think this is not about Maharashtra, this is not about a political ideology or the opposition or the BJP. This is about us as a nation, us as a people, and I think tribal areas in Maharashtra cannot be underestimated because they constitute about 15%, 15% of the total population. And if you notice, Madhav, even today, Maharashtra accounts for 14% of India's active caseload, on an average 22% plus of the total infections, and a mind-boggling 30% of the total COVID mortalities in India. So if Maharashtra is taken care of, and within Maharashtra, if tribal areas are taken care of, I think the overall mortality rate of India will fall further and the recovery rate will improve. So I think we need to educate the people in tribal areas, particularly in places like Nandurbar, Jalgaon, Amravati, Thane, Nashik, Pune, outskirts of these areas, because these are the hotspots in terms of, the recent surge in the second wave that we've seen in Maharashtra. So I think what the Prime Minister also said yesterday, during that virtual meeting while giving out 20,000 crores plus as part of PM Kisan's 8th installment, the point that he made was that we need to educate those around us. We need to ensure that it's not just ventilators, oxygen cylinders, or ICU beds that are made available. We need to ensure that people who are hesitant, they are educated, that the hospitalization rate post-administration of the vaccine, either the first dose or both the doses, is 0.004%, basically negligible. So I think this is something that has to sink in. This is something where I think media has played a stellar role, and the leadership in Maharashtra needs to wake up, smell the coffee, and rather than tom-tomming and saying, I am the best chief minister, the Mumbai model has succeeded, please get down on the ground and see for yourself that the tribal population, which is a robust 15% of the state of Maharashtra, which has a population of 12 crores, that is not ignored.
She is a political motivated. Should I speak?
All right, Mr. Tiwari wants to respond to you on that. Yes. Mr. Tiwari, okay, Mr. Tiwari, yeah, you want to respond to Sanju. Go ahead.
Yeah, Madhav, I don't want to politically any angle to this story. The story is very sensitive, and we will relook into the ground reality. We have asked for door-to-door vaccination, but there is a fear that the people are taken into isolation. Those who are going to the district hospital, they are not returning. So there is a fear the psycho fear is there regarding corona. But all tribal areas in Chhattisgarh
Sir, but
or
isn't it
Madhya
the
Pradesh,
government's job
there
to
is this
dispel those
scenario.
fears? You can put out campaigns, as Mr. Brian just now told you. He just said that why not the local leaders, the local community leaders be taken into confidence, political leaders be taken into confidence. They can come out, put out posters, put out ads and say that no, I have taken the vaccine, nothing has happened to me. This is the kind of confidence that needs to be instilled on ground. There are a lot of concrete suggestions that are coming in how to do that. The only question is whether there is a will to implement it.
Yeah, Madhav, I want to give the message to Lobo. I want to give the message to the Lobo that in coming fortnight we are releasing the county and we will do door-to-door campaign for that. I'm sorry, I do admit that the scenario is there in a tribal area where the people, innocent people are dying. There is nothing, one should have admission and rectify the thing and go to the people. The treatment given in an urban area should be at par with the tribals of Maharashtra.
Okay.
I am to agree with you. This is an innocent killing of the...
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to add a couple of
Okay.
things.
Sanju Verma, I see your hand going up. I just want Brian to respond. Brian, will this fortnight long or within the next fortnight, the door-to-door campaign, do you see that being as something concrete that will actually deal with this problem? Will that be enough? Will it be too late in the day perhaps? How do you look at it?
A door-to-day campaign would be welcome, but the point is that the people must have confidence in the people who are coming door-to-door. Because I have also heard of situations where people have gone door-to-door or have gone to a village and people have then run away into the forest. So the confidence building measures are most important. But I want to add a couple of other things. And that is that while I was moving around in some villages yesterday and day before yesterday, and we did get people, we talked with people and we got them to agree to take the vaccine. But the point is that after people had agreed to take the vaccine, we got a message that now vaccines cannot be given to anybody above 45 in the tribal area, at least the first dose even cannot be given, and that is because of non-availability of vaccine. And therefore, what has to go hand in hand is the awareness campaign along with the availability of vaccine. Without that, then whatever we are doing would come to naught. I want to make a third point, and that is that the present vaccine system, the vaccine rollout system is one which is basically excluding people, because it is you have to register through the app, which in a tribal area is almost impossible to do, and you have old people, you have people who are uneducated, so that is not happening. And therefore the policy must be one which is inclusive, hassle-free, decentralized, saying that only walk-in vaccines will be done. Village-wise program has to be done, as in all vaccination programs till date which are in operation. It is at the village level. People go to the village, rather the health staff go to the village and get the vaccine there. And that third point is that the age limitation is there.
Yeah.
Could I add this one? Last point, please?
Yeah. Stay with us, Brian. Yeah, Brian, just 1 second. You made several points, and I want to ask that question. 1 second, Mr. Tiwari. Let Sanju Verma come in now, and I want to ask Sanju Verma a very important point. Now, as Brian is saying, he's a person who works on ground, Sanju Verma. He's saying that there are serious logistical issues with those people who are unable to read and write, perhaps, those who are not digitally literate in that sense, who may not have access to a mobile phone or a computer with which they can log themselves on the CoWIN website. There is a need to broad base the kind of rules that we have and allow for walk-ins, particularly in such areas such as tribal areas where there's already so much of hesitancy, and also of course the logistical issue of the availability of vaccines. How do you look at that, Sanju Verma? Is this something that the center can implement?
Madhav, I think Brian has made some very interesting points, and one certainly needs to take cognizance of those. I would also like to say that, your colleague Megha Prasad in the last couple of days has repeatedly been talking about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's constituency, the Varanasi model, till about a month back, things were not looking good there, and now, things have improved tremendously. And I think Varanasi model is a classic case study of how there can be a massive turnaround when different arms of the administration work in coordination and cohesion. Kashi COVID Response Center, it has 24 dedicated lines. The Varanasi model is based on the command and control model, where there's a dedicated nodal officer who ensures that there's seamless coordination with no gaps between the bureaucracy, the healthcare workers, the frontline workers, and people who have to finally do the job of administering the jab. So I think instead of talking about the Mumbai model,
Right.
and I'm not taking a pot shot, I think it is time for the Maha Vikas Aghadi and the Uddhav Thackeray dispensation to take a
Okay.
leaf out of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Varanasi model to ensure the tribal population is vaccinated and soon enough.
Okay, Mr. Tiwari, would
could
you
I
like to
have a-
respond to that?
could I
Is
have
it
a
time to take a look at the
Yeah, I would
Varanasi
like to
model, which has
respond
a
to that.
control center? Yes, Mr. Tiwari. Yeah.
Yeah. I have taken the note of the Brian that the spot vaccination to the tribals, we will introduce it, and we will introduce door-to-door vaccination also. In fact, the counseling in which the tribals have faith, we will work out to that. But presently, the health workers who are going there are being manhandled. That is the information with me. But we will have under the Integrated Tribal Development Program a special vaccination drive. In fact, the death of the tribals in Corona is also uncounted. So Sanju has given some suggestion that the Varanasi model, we will relook into that also. But the situation which you brought in the light of the government, we will take it to the logical end. That is the promise I can give here only.
Okay, okay.
right.
Brian wanted to come in. Brian, we have very limited time.
Yes, I
Your
want to
closing
come in
comments
one
on this particular debate you had. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to come with a suggestion that if one is talking of a new policy for the rural and tribal areas, which I said must be inclusive, hassle-free and decentralized, there must be one more aspect. And that is that today the hesitancy amongst tribals of the older tribals is much more than the younger tribals. Those above 45 are more hesitant, more reluctant. And therefore, saying that you must have a prioritization of the older people in the tribal areas, I think that should be done away with. You have to get the youth to take the vaccine, and then the older people may follow. I think hopefully they will follow.
Central government also. There is
And this is a decision
Okay,
central
okay,
government has
okay.
to take.
All right.
This is a decision not of the Maharashtra
All right. All
government.
right.
The central government must take this
Since you
decision.
brought in the central government, I'm going to let Sanju Varma, this is also something the central government must take into note, particularly the younger tribals and the need to vaccinate them at the earliest. Your response to that?
Madhav, I think, as I've always said, Modi government's vaccine strategy has been based on the 3 A's: availability, accessibility, and affordability. And, within that, I think the calibrated strategy has also revolved around the fact that vulnerable age groups need to be administered the vaccine first. For instance, the health secretary 2 days back said that 88% of the mortality
Then we have
has
to
come in the
relook.
45 plus age group.
Then
So
we
now
have to
if Brian
relook
is
into
suggesting
that
that tribals need to be also considered as a vulnerable age group, I think that is a suggestion that we will certainly explore and look at, because the Modi government has been taking, all constructive suggestions as a bouncing board. And I think, we will need to look into that. But the state governments must also adhere to
Right.
their responsibilities, because I will repeat for the nth time ad nauseum, health is a state subject. Modi government is doing what it can and what it should. But please, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, stop deploying your PR machinery and get down to vaccinating the tribals and following the Varanasi model.
All right. Let's not Let's not make this a political fight, please. We've had a very civilized and a very informed debate on this subject. There are some very serious problems on ground, and this is not about BJP or Congress or Shiv Sena or the NCP. At the end of the day, these are our own citizens, and if there is such a serious social problem that exists in terms of rumors and fears in the wake of the pandemic, we all have to come together to find solutions for this. That really is the spirit of the report on this story. I'd like to thank, in fact, our panelists, Brian as well as Mr. Tiwari, for joining us. Sanju continues to be with us for debate number 2 on the News Hour.